All right, talking about emotions. We're on part 3. We're going to talk about what emotional intelligence is and what it's not. My relationship to emotions, I started out in a Pentecostal home. And if you know anything about Pentecostal people, they can be quite emotional, right? There were emotional outbursts suddenly, sometimes very suddenly, in church and at home. What was not modeled to me was being able to tolerate emotions or to manage your mood, right? And manage how you impact others. When someone's not emotionally intelligent, it's going to be really difficult for them to manage those emotions. They're not going to have a lot of tolerance. So there will be likely emotional outbursts. Probably the outburst feels disproportionate for what's actually going on in the room. They don't handle conflict well. They're not very self-aware. They blame others often rather than going within and looking at themselves and what their moves are in the experience they're having that they don't like. Self-reflect. They're insensitive to what others are feeling and what they may be experiencing. Now, just the opposite is true. Someone with emotional intelligence can recognize their emotions, tolerate them. They have empathy for other people. They can perspective take, right? They can handle and move through conflict constructively and effectively with less suffering. I mean, conflict, we suffer it, and I don't know that anybody likes it except maybe a good lawyer, but I may know one of those. But you're able to, manage your moods rather than impact the whole room. Are you able to recognize what you're feeling inside, right? Are you able to tolerate and manage the impacts of those emotions and then move through them in a successful, effective way where there's not suffering, but where your needs are met and you have the desired outcome that you hope to have? And if you don't have that desired outcome, you're able to tolerate the emotions that causes without causing suffering. You're able to recognize emotions in others. You're able to impact and affect others, right, through that emotional language. Where are you on that spectrum of emotional intelligence? Wherever you are, you can grow it. When you grow emotional intelligence, I imagine, like most of us out here, you'll experience less suffering. Next, when you ignore your emotions and suppress them. We'll be right back.